I admitted it. I said, "Let me know if there's anything I can do. I'm here for you," Deborah said kindly. "Thank you, Deborah. You've been so supportive, unlike Kevin." Deborah knew how badly Kevin was treating me. She even helped me hide my secret part-time job from him. "I really appreciate everything you've done for me," I told her. "Bill told me about Kevin, but I never thought he'd be this awful," she said. "Me neither. I've tried to talk to him, but he won't listen. We don't even really talk anymore." "I wish I was stronger," I said, feeling helpless. "Don't blame yourself. You're doing your best at work and at home," Deborah reassured me. "Thank you for always helping me. I'm glad to be here for you," she said, and I was so thankful to have her. Having Deborah around made things so much better for me, so different from the stress I felt with Kevin. But Kevin didn't like how close Deborah and I got. Then, out of nowhere, he made a shocking decision. "Where's Deborah? Is she gone?" I asked when I noticed she wasn't there. "What do you mean, gone?" I asked again, confused. "Mom's older now, so I put her in a care home," he said like it was nothing. "You put her in a nursing home?" I asked, shocked. "Yeah, I just finished moving her in. Now I have the house to myself," he said like it was no big deal. I was at my parents' place when he did this. Deborah didn't need full-time care. Kevin just wanted her out of the way. When I went to see her, she looked surprised but calm. "I'm so sorry it came to this," I told her. "No, this isn't your fault," she said. "I didn't think he'd go this far. I'm scared to fight him. I'll miss you, but I'll be okay. If you ever need me, you can come see me," she added kindly. "Thank you," I said, my heart heavy. After that, we moved into Kevin's parents' old house. I did all the housework, but Kevin never thanked me. The dream we had of having kids was gone. Kevin ignored me and stayed out late. He also made strange rules. I always had to wait up for him at night. If I woke up after him in the morning, he got angry. "What time will you be home today?" I asked once. "I don't know, just stay awake until I get back," he said. One night, when he came home, I noticed something strange. His suit smelled like sweet perfume. I didn't wear any. It was clear he was cheating. I smelled it every time he came home late. That night, he told me to go to bed before him, which was odd. I quietly listened from the living room and heard everything. "Oh, she has no idea. When will you leave her?" a woman asked him. "I'll get rid of her soon," Kevin replied. Their voices were loud. I heard it all. It was obvious he'd been seeing her for a while. I wasn't shocked, but I felt sick. He was still my husband, but he didn't treat me like his wife at all. Near our 3-year anniversary, Kevin dropped another surprise. "I have a business trip the day after tomorrow. Get everything ready," he said suddenly. "That's so last minute," I said, suspicious. "I'll be gone 4 days. Pack my things." I knew he was lying. A coworker's wife once told me, "Watch out if he says he has a business trip. Our company doesn't do those." I also found messages on his phone. He had taken vacation days to be with his mistress. That's when I knew I'd had enough. I was ready to divorce him. But Kevin beat me to it. "Are you ready to leave? The movers will be here soon," he said coldly when he got back. "I need you out before I get home again," he ordered. "You can't just tell me to leave like this," I said. "I'll give you some time, but get ready to leave," he said. "Goodbye." I couldn't believe the man I'd married had become so heartless. This was the last straw. I left, ready to end it for good. Kevin changed the locks right away. "I'm glad I won't have to see your face again," he told me as I left. After almost 3 years of marriage, I left him for good. I had my lawyer file for divorce. Kevin didn't even hide the affair. He posted photos with his mistress online. Our friends saw it too. I moved into a nice apartment on my own. It felt so good to live alone without Kevin. A month later, the doorbell rang. It was Kevin at my door. "Hey, it's me, Kevin. Open the door, Carol," he said like nothing had happened. I decided to mess with him. "Who are you?" "I don't know you," I said through the speaker. "Don't joke, don't you recognize your husband?" he said. "I'm not married. You've got the wrong person," I said, watching him panic. "Please, listen, I've been used. I need Carol's help," he begged. "I don't know you. If you don't leave, I'll call the police," I said. Kevin still thought I'd fix his problems. "You caused this, so fix it, don't be so cold," he whined. "Oh, and you can't go back to your parents' house either," he said suddenly. "What do you mean?" I asked. "That house was Deborah's, and now it's in my name," I told him. He didn't know Deborah had given it to me. She had told me, "I'm sorry my son turned out this way. I want you to have the house." So she gave it to me, and Kevin had no clue. "So that's it, leave and don't come back," I said. "If he tried again, I'd call the police." He finally gave up and left. I got my divorce and the money we agreed on, around $410,000. His mistress dumped him when the money ran out. I hired a lawyer and a detective to make sure I got every penny I deserved. I even got another $22,000 from him. He had no choice but to move out. I don't know where Kevin is now, and I don't care. His company found out about his affair and all his lies. He quit because he couldn't handle it. Looking back, I don't feel bad. I see it as a lesson. Now I'm free. Deborah and I are still close, and I'm working full-time again. I plan to enjoy my life as a single woman, doing whatever I want, without anyone like Kevin holding me back ever again. I looked around the almost empty room and asked, "Are you ready to go yet?" My companion sighed, "Just waiting for the movers," they said, sounding relieved. They added, "Honestly, I won't miss you," and changing the locks like I'd break in was over the top. I'd always wondered why such strict security was needed, but now it didn't really matter. When I first met Kevin, he was quiet and cared a lot about what people thought. After we got married, he became a typical husband who did whatever I asked. A week after I moved into my new place, Kevin showed up, looking desperate. "It's me, open the door," he begged. I pretended not to know him and acted like I didn't see how scared he looked. "I'm Carol, 34 years old, working part-time 4 days a week. Kevin and I have been married for 3 years. We don't have kids yet, but I still thought we could be happy. When we were newlyweds, we'd stay up late talking about our future. We were both new to love and shy at first, but I enjoyed our talks. Let's be the couple that grows old together," I said once. "Yeah, maybe 3 kids, a boy and a girl. That's just what I wanted too," I told him. I didn't even care about marriage before I met Kevin. We met at a party neither of us wanted to go to. We both felt out of place and ended up talking. He was serious but sweet, which I liked. One day he surprised me by asking, "Carol, will you marry me? I want you to be happy." "What? We're not even dating," I said, but his question didn't scare me. I thought about it and said yes. "If you're sure about me, then yes." He was so happy. I believed marrying him would make us happy forever. We got married just 2 months later. We didn't know much about love, so we stumbled along, but that made it feel special. But a month after we moved in together, I started noticing things weren't what I expected. One day Kevin looked serious and said, "Carol, we need to talk." He asked me to quit my job and stay home. I was shocked. He'd never minded me working before. "Why are you asking this?" I said. "When you work, I feel like you don't need me," he admitted. "Did someone tell you that?" I asked. "No, but at work, everyone's wives stay home. That's normal there," he explained. I'd always planned to keep working. We needed to save money too, I reminded him, but we agreed I'd keep working. "I know, but as my wife, I hoped you'd think about my feelings," he said. He cared more about what people at work thought than about us. "Why not just pretend I quit? I don't have to really leave my job," I said, but Kevin worried about his image. "If you keep working, people will laugh at me. I'm the man of this house, please do what I ask," he begged. "I need time to think," I told him. "Okay, but decide soon," he insisted. I was worried things would get worse. I asked my boss, Madison, for advice. She dealt with a controlling husband too and was now a strong single mom. I admired her. "That must have been hard," I said, thinking maybe I'd end up divorced too. Kevin and I were stuck. I told Madison I didn't want to quit. Maybe I could just keep working part-time. "That's smart," Madison said. "If he still complains, maybe cut your hours even more." "Thank you for supporting me," I said. Talking to Madison made me realize Kevin had changed, just like her ex did. Maybe he'd tricked me. We argued a lot. "Isn't it a wife's job to stay home and support her husband?" he asked. "What year do you think this is? Most couples both work now," I said. "But we're different, you know that, right?" he pleaded. "I see your point, but I don't agree," I said. Kevin kept nagging me every day. In the end, I pretended to quit. Madison helped me keep working secretly 4 days a week. "I left my job like you wanted," I told Kevin. "Really? Thank you. Now I won't be embarrassed at work," he said. happy but clueless. By then I knew he only cared about his image. I lied to him to protect myself, but it didn't fix anything. He still tried to control me. One day he said, "A junior from work is coming over. Be a good host." "You didn't tell me," I said. "Sorry, it was last minute, just get things ready," he said and hung up. I made drinks and snacks, but when he came home, he complained. "This is so basic, it makes me look bad. Do your job as a wife properly," he scolded me. "What's wrong with what I made?" I asked. "Nothing," he mumbled, not meeting my eyes. After that, he invited people over almost every week. He wanted to show off what a good husband he was, but all the work fell on me. "Kevin, isn't this too much?" I asked. "No, it's fine, support me, that's your job," he snapped. Hosting people all the time was expensive too. "How am I supposed to pay for this?" I asked. "Stop complaining," he said and ignored me. Every morning I woke up early to cook, make lunch, and prepare his clothes. I worked part-time from 9 to 2 and barely got any rest, but my job was my only break. "Carol, you look so tired, are you okay?" my coworker Deborah asked one day. "Yeah, just a bit," I said, hiding how exhausted I really was.